So hi everyone, having a wee au natural day today. Pisces moon, I like to chill. So I done a lot of chilling yesterday and again today. And my hair was straight, but as you can see it's got this big kink in it because I had a clip in it. So that's quite funny, there's like one big crimp. But yeah, I'm gonna put the sleep rulers in. See, I'm just experimenting loads of different ways so that when I'm actually going somewhere and I want my hair to be nice, I know the way. But we know I'll still probably know about whatever. So if you're new down here, welcome. My name's Claire, not Crystal. This channel is about empowering you on your twin flame journey, your inner divine feminine, your inner divine masculine. And I just picked up this deck that's got like a whole load of everything in it. It's literally about, I don't know, 6 or 7 different decks, like only like 3 or 4 cards out each one. But I've just stopped it on Rejuvenating Rain. So Pisces moon right now is a water sign. So clear the past, heal the present. So I feel there could be a lot of that kind of going on, whether that is with twin flames or karmic energies, not just romantic of any kind. It's quite interesting that, oh my god, actually, I've just thought of another huge thing. So, what I was going to say there, though, is it's quite interesting, like, just, I know I say this quite a lot, but, like, I'm seeing it again, that, like, storylines, you know, that I've picked up on. And when I say storylines, like real, you know, there'll be real people's situations out there, but like that I picked up on, like, yeah, a week and 2 weeks ago and stuff. Like I'm seeing other people circulating the same kind of ones, and it's definitely actually one that I'm seeing that's getting, you know, I'm just seeing a similar sort of theme, whether it be through titles or ones I've actually watched. It's what I picked up on a few days ago. Like about like basically people like attention seeking, like it feels like karmic energy is trying to trying to either prevent true twin flames from reaching one another or delay it, or like exes trying to get attention, you know, like that kind of thing, because that was just the other day, that was the last video I put out, wasn't it? So yeah, I don't know, it's interesting when you see a theme. But Pisces moon, unconditional love, kindness, true love will prevail. Oh, I actually put that on one of the shorts. I titled it that. I don't know if it's the one that's already published or one that's coming. True love prevails. That might be one for one of the weekend. But today, yeah, we've got Venus conjunct Saturn. So yes, like I've spoke loads about that, especially in terms of when it comes to twin flames. It can feel very weighty. It can feel very serious. When you've got that conjunction with someone, you can feel like, I don't know what it is about them, but I just feel we've got an important connection. We've got, like, you know, this feels serious. Feels like I've got serious soul work to do with this person. Or however you would word it. And it doesn't always need to be romantic, does it? But it's, I feel when it is with twin flames, it's intense. I don't just feel it, I know it, because that's what I've got. But like I said, like I made a joke about it in the shorts, but I'm not joking. Like, you know, I'm the Saturn, and my twin flame is the Venus, so I don't know who got the raw end of the stick there, because whether, you know, basically, like I said, whether I'm meaning it or not, he could feel I'm being too serious, and I could feel like he's not taking anything serious, you know what I mean? Like, but again, when you're not actually in a relationship, when you're not even fucking friends with the person, it's, yeah, just, it's a weird atmosphere. Should anything change, I guess I'll figure that one out, won't I? But I won't just be figured out myself, I'll be figured out with him. But that takes 2 to tango and 2 to want to see. 444, all the angels. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, the Venus Saturn conjunction is in Pisces. So to me, Pisces is unconditional love, romance. It's, yeah, I would say it is definitely soulmate, twin flame, reunions, like serious commitments, like basically like being growing into what you always kind of felt was important. Um and obviously that's not for everyone, but it's definitely for some with that going on. And like I said, it can make sense for other parts of life, but that's what's got. Oh yeah, look, this came out in the shorts. Love has already won. Silence, I speak from my heart. That's interesting. Love has already won. The rainbow is a sign of hope to me, whatever it means to you. What else do you need to know? Oh yeah, I'm just thinking. The last one of the last wee ones I put out there when I was really tired was about love prevailing, wasn't it? It was because I was so fucking tired. Like that. Do you know what I mean? But that I feel that is actually 555 big changes. That is good for people to see because, like, like I said, everybody does things their own way. So in my profession, other people that do things that are similar, some people do it their own way. Like some people, like, hey, let's say some people would never dream of like recording a video without their makeup on. I find it liberating. Like, you know what I mean? I love makeup. You see that. I love my nail varnish. I love my glittery eyeshadow, especially. I love my red lippy. I'm not very, not never, but I'm very often, you won't catch me without it on very often, but I'm not going to be putting my red lippy on when I'm not going to make one, you know what I mean? But just be who you are. That's the point. Just keep it real. Be who you are. You know what I mean? Because people can always tell when you're not being yourself anyway. And so I find it quite liberating too. Like when I'm really, I just can't hide it. When I'm tired, um, you know, it's when I'm kind of what I'd say close to burnout. I don't actually burn out anymore because I recognise the signs, but and other times, like, obviously I'm not going to tell you exactly when it is, but other times when I'm a bit like that, I could be due my period. So you know what I mean? It's like, but I'm not due my period like every. I mean that it happens like more than once a month because it's in certain moon signs and stuff too. But I'm just thinking about one of the times I was like that. It like that was what it was like. I'd lost track on the app because I never used to use an app for that. I didn't have a period for fucking years at one point, like years and years ago, because I had that implant thing in my arm about fucking 4 times in a row. And then I realised what it was, and I was like, oh my god, I wouldn't have put that in my arm if I knew what that was. But anyway, it was quite, yeah, I was just laughing. One of the times I was really like that, I was just quite moody in that. I was like, oh, that makes sense. So what else have we got? Just TMI again, but it is what it is. Heart chakra. Love is the heart of the matter. Your heart is the centre within your physical being, attuned most to love. It is safe for you to love and be loved with an open heart as we stand by with perfect protection and guidance. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah, I feel there is a lot of heart chakra awakening, heart chakra opening going on. Release jealousy. Oh my god. Yeah, you see, I wondered. So when I hiccup, if you're new, that's just me clearing the energy. I wondered why I was mentioning that about seeing a similar theme to what I picked up on. I mean, that was just recently actually. That was just the other day there when I picked up on. But I think I'm actually thinking of ones from months ago and some even years ago where it's like jealous exes or like it's more like a jealous friend, like like a jealous friends that are trying to sabotage like divine masculines. Like, so again, okay, like I always say, guys, nod, nod, wink, wink. If you've caught similar people saying the same, let's just keep these beautiful sacred spaces safe. Ours and other people that I like, because we don't want everybody's karmic energies flood. Again, like some of these channels are pretty big now and people find them themselves. But I just found that quite interesting because it was exactly what I picked up a few days before. So, and I trust the person that was coming through too. But yeah, I suppose because the main bulk of my audience is the divine masculine, male and female, watch your back, don't unnecessarily be accusing or and you're like, see, I mean, it's like I slurred my words again. I've done that in the shorts. Or, being suspicious, overly suspicious. But if you've got an inkling that somebody's trying to sabotage you, pay attention. Because it's not me just picking that up. It's like a combination of exes trying to sabotage and frenemies and enemies and aye, release jealousy through jealousy. So it's like what I said the other day. And it's just I'm so glad I said that and then this came out. So you know that it's like I said that and then that came out. It's like, because again, if you're new around here, it's just God and the guide speaking through me. It's in the collective, like people's shadows. And remember, Pisces is a 12th house. It's Pisces moon right now. It's a hidden house, hidden enemies. It's confusion, illusion, it's lies as well. So, you know, don't gaslight yourself. If you feel like somebody's jealous of what you've got ahead of you or where you're wanting to go or what you're doing in your life in any areas of life, love, success, whatever, listen to the niggle. It doesn't mean there's a devil or anything, but it just means you got to kind of, you know, box clever, you know, mark their card, all these kind of sayings like, all right, yeah, I see that part of you. I'll maybe just keep my shit to myself, kind of thing. Release jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something and the universe manifests exactly as your firm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. Yeah, pity that's not a lot of people out there, but yes, very good advice if you choose to take it on board. Again, with Lilith in Scorpio and also Juno in Scorpio, there's a lot of shadowy energy out there, you know what I mean? Scorpio energy is my favourite sign. It's very powerful and it can be very empowering. But if it's abused and it's about power and control, which, by the way, the energy of the whole of the energy of this week, particularly the Mars Pluto opposition, that's what it's about, you know. So be wary of either you being on a power trip or other people being on that around you. Again, that's why I'm glad I'm totally laying low. I'm having another quiet weekend. Best friends. So, best friends, true friends stick together no matter what. Oh my god, though. See, it's quite funny. I almost wasn't going to film a video today because, yeah, like I've had quite a peaceful day. I'm just tidying up, potting about. I've got something else to do in a bit, and you know, just for about an hour, and it's kind of like. But look what I was just saying. Oh god, remember in one of the last ones. If you watch everything I do, if you don't, you know, watch one of the last ones. But one of them, my eyes kept being pulled up to the word friend on a birthday card, and now I've got best friends, and it came directly after that jealousy card there, didn't it? Was it right after it? It was, wasn't it? If it wasn't right after it, was one I can't remember. I'm a bit sleepy, but you know, pay attention because best friends. It could be literally jealous best friends or jealous friends because I mean I normally take that to be like twin flames feeling like, you know, this person's your best friend even if you haven't seen them for years or decades. In some people's cases, you know, they're more than your best friend. It's the other half of your soul. It's your own inner divine feminine, divine masculine. But yeah, just with the order that came out, that feels like it's like, you know, who really is your best friend, you know? Because it's like what I say all the time, like to me, I don't give people that label lightly. And you know, I'm comfortable in my own skin. I love myself unconditionally. I don't feel a need to spend all day every day with my best friends, you know. Like my bestest best friend, you know, I can not see her for a few months because she lives about an hour, you know, what, about 90 minutes or something away on a train. I don't drive and stuff. But I'm used to having been lived away because she's lived away since we were teenagers. But you know, like I always say, she's like my guardian angel. But it's kind of like yeah, you know, to me, best friends are about loyalty and you know having fun with it. It's not always really serious, but it's about loyalty and not having to second guess like what you can tell someone and all that kind of stuff. And wanting you to be genuinely happy, all and cheering you on, all this kind of stuff. They add into your life and you add into their life. Now, it doesn't always mean you're happy, clappy, singing in the garden kind of shit. I don't know where that came from, but maybe someone's singing in the garden right now. You know, like I've shared before, like with my best friend, a lot of it's very frustrating. It can be like, you know, like I often I will be, like my stuff will just come up to the surface because I trust her really more than anyone, and it'll just come up. And it's kind of like, but it's like she unconditionally loves me. She gets that about me, and we do have fun as well. You know, we make up for it. And but a lot of the time it can kind of go like that. And I'm always being like, you do know if you need me for absolutely anything, you were talking about it. And she's so private, and she's got her husband, and you know what I mean. And she, you know, she will if she will now and again, but it's just she is more of a listener. Like, she would say that too. And I'm a fucking talker. Not so much of a talker, I'm a channeler, but yeah, the thing is, I'm a talker and I'm a listener too, being a counsellor. But it's with that dynamic, there's certain dynamics you have with people. So I don't know who needs to hear that, but yeah, you know, best friends as well. It's like people that give you a heads up, you know, like, hey, watch out, you can't trust that person, or you know, I don't know, giving you a heads up, you know, making sure that you're not like making an arse of yourself or that. So I feel that too. It's about, you know, withholding information can be just as bad as well. Like, I've literally ended friendship, and I don't mean like I can't be your friend anymore. Like, I've had friendships just dwindle because it's like, you know, you just have a, you know, you have a sense, you have a feel. Like I've said again, it's happened that long ago now, I can say it, but I remember, you know, I vividly remember one day, and it was God telling me, watch your back with that person. And I was just kind of like, you know, I'd already been well aware watching my back, you know, wasn't fully trusting this person. And anyway, long story short, I got confirmation of why I was being told that. Like, I don't know, it was literally the next day or a couple of days later, and it's that kind of stuff. It's like very covert, hard to prove, but it's kind of like, you know, if when people withhold stuff that, you know, really them who they are in their life, they should have been informing you and stuff. To me, that's just as bad. You know, you shouldn't do what you wouldn't want done to yourself. Look, we've got brothers and sisters. You look out for your brothers and sisters. Your soul brothers and sisters. You look out for them. To get along with others, see the love and the best within them. But I feel that's also about it as well. Some people just don't want to get involved, and they find it awkward. But I feel that a bit cowardly. You know, I can think of more than several situations where something's been like that. It's like, nah, sorry, but if somebody means a lot to me, or if they were a close friend, and I hear something that's going to harm them in some type of way, I'm going to have their back. Don't know about you guys, let me know in a postcard, let me know in the comments. But I don't know, I'm channeling some strong energy though. I'm telling you, this is astrology. The rose, I trust divine timing, everything comes from within. Yeah, love yourself unconditionally, be your own best friend is what I've said the past 10 years. You know, have your own back, and, you know, be just, you know, don't ignore the warning signs. I want to say steady progress. I feel you're making steady progress towards somewhere you want to be, whether you're the divine feminine or the divine masculine. And beware of anyone trying to stand in the way of that, because union's close, 1804. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made, and remember and love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. But you see, an action of love would be having someone's back as well. So with me going on about having someone's back, it feels like someone hasn't had somebody's back. I think there's scenarios where somebody's had your back, you don't realise it, and it might be things that you don't even know are going on behind your back, people gossiping, blah blah blah, witchcraft, slander, you know, all the same thing. And I also think there's situations where people haven't had your back, you know, and they've kind of been a bit cowardly. So however it fits, but in the end, love is already won. Silence, I speak from the heart. Yeah, see what? Oh, silence. It's like someone should have spoke up when they had the chance, like sticking up for you or something. Notice the signs, and I feel you would sense this. You feel like someone's not had your back, like, you know, in a room where people are talking about you, and, you know, someone maybe should have been like, hey, that's not fair, I know that person, blah blah blah. It's like they stay quiet. I don't know about you, but that's the kind of pals I want. Yes, the signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that your loved ones are near. Or I also don't want, look, and we said, I also wouldn't want people that sabotage as well, though, you know, like try to put you off where you want to go and who you want to be with. And that's what I'm feeling. But that more feels like it more feels like guys around another guy, or girl pals around another guy. And it's like all these examples I've given in the past of films where it's like somebody's best pal, but they're the opposite sex and they actually fancy them. They're sabotaging it because they want them, kind of thing. Reward yourself. And I feel you're close to being rewarded with what you want. You've been given a lot of yourself lately, and it's time for you to receive. Make the time to reward yourself in a meaningful way. This balance of giving and receiving is essential at keeping your energy, mood, and motivation at a high consistency level. Mixed up with the words, and I'm feeling like I want to leave it there. Angels, I have never been alone. God, I know we're out of Easter now, but it feels like betrayal energy I'm picking up on here. However deep this runs, trustworthy guidance. But again, I kind of feel down reverse where I've turned it around. Is it though? Is it? I feel there's sabotage going on. You've received the wonderful ideas and answer to your prayers. This idea is real and trustworthy. You can safely move forward with it, knowing that we are with you every step of the way. Ask for and be open to receiving our support in and you relate to this idea. Like, I feel you're getting trustworthy ideas yourself. So don't, if you get a good idea and you feel you need to do something for you, and then somebody else puts you off it because of X, Y, and Z, trust yourself. Change in direction. Yeah. Shit, right. Again, I don't need to know how this might make sense to different people, but I would be interested because I just felt strongly guided to film this. Just because I put that out late last night, so there's something for today, and then I'll be back to, well, I really need to rest tonight because I'm not, right now that's what I want to do, but I'll see how I'm feeling. I might need to leave it until like Monday, but I'd rather just do them tomorrow. I feel this could be somebody being like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, in the case of, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I don't want to be in this friendship anymore. I don't know if I can trust this person, blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I'm seeing? I'm seeing, what's that film called again? Total Recall. There's an old one and there's the one with Colin Farrell, and he's getting a feeling that he's just not happy in his life anymore. And anyway, long story short, it turns out he's sleeping with the enemy. Like, literally, the person that he thinks is his wife isn't really his wife. She's a double agent. Whenever I use that example, it's a bit concerning. I haven't used it in a few months. But so it's things like that. Watch Total Recall if you haven't, and you'll get what I mean. He's being made to turn against the one that's really the one that's got his back, and it's true love, it's Twinflame. They don't talk about Twinflames, but you can tell it's meant to be like that. And he's having dreams about her and everything. And the one that's meant to be the wife is like, trying to throw him off, and he's feeling it. And then he says to his best friend's like, you're crazy, you know what I mean? And that's what I'm feeling. God, that's so clever. They gave me that. The changes you're experiencing are divinely directed by your newborn willingness to open your heart to love and other inner guidance. You're protected now and in the future, so follow your path to happy outcomes you desire. Yeah, I'm just going to leave that there. I feel you're getting all the divine guidance, and whoever this makes sense to, it feels like it's going to be for quite a few of the men out there, but this can be divine masculine women too. And don't let friends or best friends talk you out of what you know in your heart is right for you. Because remember, that can come from a place of somebody's unhealed shadow, them not being happy in their own relationship and not being happy about you going for what you want. Surrender. I'm in good hands. Yes, surrender to God and the divine and your own guides. Entrepreneur. See, it could be work stuff. You could be like, I don't want to do this job anymore, and someone's like, you're crazy. You got your business, or you've got this great job at this company. Like, you make all this money. How are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? And all it takes is to talk somebody out of it. I'm the person talking people into it. Like, I had actually a close friend of mine once, I remember, was, this happened loads of times, but it was talking about something that she does creatively that she'd want to do. And I was really encouraging her with it. And still, even now, when I see her, I'll be like, I'll just say subtly, I'll be like, have you ever done anything about that? She's like, nah. But you know what I mean? You should. Because there'll be so many other people that are like, oh, that's not safe, that's not wise. Nobody's telling somebody quit your job now and go and do your dream, but like, work at it bit by bit, and then, you know what I mean? But if you're anything like me, I was fucking thrown into this shit. Self-employment suits your disposition and intentions. Working for yourself allows you to better follow your intuition and divine guidance, where your co-workers, teammates who remain loyally by your side to ensure success in all ways. Again, your guides and angels and loved ones and spirit are guiding you. And God. And sometimes that's all you need. If you've got a true best friend, even just one, you're winning. If you've got a coach or a mentor or a counsellor or a shaman all mixed into one that's got your back, you're winning. Hello there, if you choose that to be me. Doesn't need to be me. Giving and receiving, yeah, reciprocal support. Somebody wants you to win and you want them to win. Giving and receiving. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalations and exhalations. When you only exhale, give, and only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation of your life with exhalation. I'm just going to put one more. So again, very interesting, but yeah, that is quite interesting because like I said, like I had caught a similar energy earlier and it was just someone had picked up on the same energy that I picked up on before I took these couple of days off. So it's in the air, the future. Wow. The future is calling you. And those of you that resonate with this, you can feel it and you know it. And I feel there's a lot of people trying to talk you out of it. I mean, this is given total recall all day long. It's making me want to watch it again, actually. So yeah, I'm going to leave that there. Because, that's not just about the love. He's also discovering all these, like, talents at, like playing the piano and all this kind of stuff. And yeah, you need to see it anyway. See you later.